What if I told you that the person you voted for doesn't actually run your country? That behind the curtain of democracy, a small group of incredibly powerful people make the decisions that affect billions of lives. Today we're pulling back that curtain. We're going to explore the networks, the families, and the institutions that many believe truly control our world. But I want you to keep an open mind and decide for yourself. Let's start with money, because as they say, follow the money and you'll find the power. Did you know that just 1% of the world's population controls over 50% of global wealth? But it goes deeper than that. For over 200 years, certain banking dynasties have maintained incredible influence over global finance. The Rothschild family, for instance, once controlled more wealth than entire nations. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people think governments control money. But in reality, private central banks, like the Federal Reserve in the US, control monetary policy. They're not government institutions, they're private. Today, investment giants like BlackRock and Vanguard manage over $20 trillion combined. They're the largest shareholders in almost every major corporation you can think of. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, they own pieces of them all. Think about the power that gives them. They can influence corporate decisions, government policies, and even social movements, all through their massive financial leverage. But money alone isn't enough. You need political influence to turn that wealth into real power. Enter the think tanks. Organizations like the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, and the Bilderberg Group. These aren't household names, but they should be. Every year, the world's most powerful politicians, CEOs, and media moguls meet at these exclusive gatherings. They discuss global policy, economic strategies, and the future of nations. And here's the kicker. There's a revolving door between these organizations and government. A Treasury Secretary leaves office and joins Goldman Sachs. A defense contractor executive becomes Secretary of Defense. Meanwhile, an army of 12,000 registered lobbyists in Washington, D.C. alone work to influence legislation. They spend billions every year to shape the laws that govern our lives. On the global stage, organizations like the World Economic Forum bring together the world's elite to discuss global governance. They openly talk about shaping the future of capitalism, democracy, and society itself. But controlling money and politics isn't enough if you can't control the narrative. Enter the information wars. 6 companies control 90% of American media. That means the news you watch, the movies you see, the music you hear, it's all filtered through a handful of corporate boardrooms. And now, with social media, the control is even more sophisticated. Algorithms decide what you see, what you don't see, and even how you think about it. Behind the scenes, massive PR firms and marketing companies work to shape public opinion. They don't just sell products, they sell ideas, political candidates, and even social movements. When information challenges the official narrative, it gets labeled as misinformation or conspiracy theory. But who decides what's true? Often it's the same institutions that benefit from the current system. Thanks to whistleblowers, we know that governments and corporations are collecting massive amounts of data on citizens. But perhaps the most powerful force today isn't traditional money or politics, it's technology. A handful of tech billionaires now wield more influence than most world leaders. They control the platforms where billions of people communicate, shop, work, and even think. They know more about you than you know about yourself. Your browsing history, your purchases, your relationships, your political views, it's all being collected, analyzed, and monetized. In some countries, this data is being used to create social credit systems that determine what citizens can and cannot do. And similar systems are being implemented in democratic nations, just more quietly. With artificial intelligence becoming more powerful, these tech giants are positioned to control not just information, but decision-making itself. So what does this all mean? Are we living in a world controlled by hidden puppet masters? The truth is, it's complicated. Yes, there are incredibly powerful networks of wealthy individuals and institutions that have enormous influence over our world. But it's not necessarily a coordinated conspiracy. Often, it's just powerful people doing what powerful people do, protecting their interests and expanding their influence. The question isn't whether these power structures exist, they do. The question is, what are we going to do about it? The first step is awareness. Understanding how these systems work gives us the power to make informed decisions about our lives and our society. I want to hear from you. What do you think? Are we controlled by hidden elites, or is this just how complex modern society naturally organizes itself? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video eye-opening, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. There's so much more to explore. Next week, we're diving into the history of secret societies and their influence on world events. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep questioning, keep researching, and remember, the truth is out there, but it's up to us to find it.